Not so fast there. Now, as we all know, AIDS is a virus. Cold is a virus. Cancer is a virus. Now, they want to call it a state of emergency. They want to shut down NBAs, shut down businesses. No. You cannot do that. The reason why is because you have done something with the dinero, the monies, the cha-ching ching. Now, we're going to get into that real quick, which is the fact that you took all saving bonds and stockaroonies and you put it into a Ripple account. Now you want to shut down majority of your, top paid extravaganza parades and all, from your concerts to public events, like basketball games, all types of stuff that gradually produces revenues. But looking at, you can't pay the extension of the revenues, you ended up taking out more loans and throwing that off on the American people's backs. It's like the reincarnation of slavery. But back to this so-called viruses and outbreaks and all of the other things that normal humans have to go through. Now, you want to call out and give out a sick leave with pay. But I'm trying to figure out, are you paying for people to get sick? There goes the economy. And without that other money machine, it just makes matters even more worse. I'm sad to inform you, but it's true. And creating more of a debt for the American backs. I guess I moved on enough to Dunkin' Donuts is my sponsor today. Keep America running great again, Without my economical growth plans, or maybe even implementing some of my cures, America may be going down a slippery slope, which is, I can't control who gets sick and who doesn't. It's just not part of the government. People get sick every day. But at these numbers, and considering as though it's a virus that doesn't have too many details like AIDS, but they say AIDS is not contagious, but it's a major virus. So what makes this coronavirus any different? But it seems as if the humans are treating it different. Because like I said, dineros. And it's not enough. Dineros. But you think it is. And I'm going to continue embracing the fact that you think it is. Because I'm starting to realize you got the same amount of money coming out of the machine, but you're increasing celebrities and high paid athletes and who know world leaders pay. But with that inflation comes human inflation. And with human inflation comes more babies. Now the babies can't work, but you gotta supply them with what they need to survive. But it doesn't seem as if the babies are the ones that are being necessarily supplied. This is now adults that are sick. You up a slippery slope, and why a slippery slope? And then you wanna, state by state emergency, shutting schools down. Listen, admit it. You don't have enough. And then I said to myself, it's more babies than it is adults. I'm just saying, periodically. As he said, it's like a snack. You just can't have one. Man. So that's what periodically the trouble lays. Which is, you want to create a sick leave program. But if you pay everyone to be sick, no one is going to work. And with no one working, how can the economy grow at all? And which kind of foils down to my point of a recession in 2020, if you can see it clearly. Because when it was going on about a year or so ago, I was saying watch out and do all this extra stuff. They were out here actually ripping down statues and building new bridges and doing all of this fancy stuff. Oh yeah, salaries and all that of your local celebrities. They got richer and you got sicker. Why? Because majority of the time, no one seems to listen. And like I said before, can our man make a code? And will it hit you the way a natural code will? These are just questions of mine. But I'm yet to get an answer. Because my questions don't reach the masses. The masses decide what questions it wants to answer. I thought we was making things great around here. Does it look great around here, America? Atlantic City wants ex-Trump casino raised. I'm sorry. Raised. Owner agrees. Well, I guess business must go on. But someone wants business to shut down. And when business shut down, it only leaves the world in nothing but utter disaster. I mean, it's already close enough. But you only gonna make matters worse. Why? Because I already told you, my cures consist of products. And mix all three of them together, it probably wouldn't be scientifically proven. But it works. How right-wing pundits are covering coronavirus. Nah, I wouldn't call myself right-wing or left-wing. I'm in the middle. And like I said before, do you pay your kids for not doing the chores. And like I said, is America getting spoiler? Politico, Trump travel ban sidestep his own European resort. Enough with this resorts and unrealistic plans of one of the most richest individuals in the world right now. Like I said before, you want to get close to those riches. I get that part. But even the riches, they don't actually own them. It's all accumulated through you, the people, for allowing such things to take place. And now you want to use this coronavirus to cover up majority of your mistakes. But, like I said before, even trying to cover it up momentarily won't last to the point of what you did. So, we can act this one out right now. So let's act it out. And let's just act like the coronavirus isn't capable of shutting down businesses and, games and whatever else. Because they're already a group of individuals disenfranchised. Clear. So now you want to disenfranchise them even more. Clear. Because you offering something that's only going to lead them wondering what's the next move. And as humans, you look for a more suitable situation than disastrous one. And right now, you claiming that a virus that you know nothing about is a national emergency. You didn't declare any of them hurricanes a national emergency. You didn't declare the crack epidemic as a natural emergency. You didn't claim diseases like cancer and AIDS a national emergency. Which you seem to know majority about. But for some strange reason, this virus we know nothing about. Isn't that clear, America? And like I said, less kids going to school, they'll be at home. They'll be at home, who's going to take care of them? You see? Bringing us back to the 1800s. All the while, the rich get 20 millennials money. And as far as this NBA confirming cases of coronaviruses, confirm to me what is the cure and how do you sustain such quote unquote disaster? Because that's what you're making it seem as if it's a disaster. But it's different strokes for different folks. NBA player gets sick, you call it coronavirus. Simple homeless man gets sick, you call it a common cold. Why? Because right now there is a Freedom of Speech Act. Please don't forget it. Because it's signed into law. And like I said, you can tell the people whatever you want to tell them. But the numbers, or should I say population of numbers, only tell a different story, man. Which is you didn't have enough. You've been invaded by your caravans. Then you got, your foreign ties, where you get your visa and all of that. And then you have what's most important, your debt. And that doesn't seem to be going down any numbers since 2020. I'm sorry, 2012. It's just going up and up and up. As we take funding for humans and put it in border walls and send it over to Ukraine and do all types of other stuff. Because you seem to think that you can do so. I just don't think it's fair for the, people that actually put in the work for all of this to take place, like basketball games, public schooling, the list goes on and on. But to take that away, it's inhumane. And the problem can get worse, which is you don't treat your civilians like civilians. You treat them like slaves. Slapping them and throwing them in quarantines and all, as if they did something wrong. Do you punish kids who get sick? Do you tell them you can't go to school for a few months? Because that's what seems to be taking place right about now. And it only leads me to a more reconstructive criticism, which is, if I was the president, I would eliminate all debt and create a new debt program, which would be, if you want to get a loan or anything like that, you would have to pay 50% of what that loan is up front. But your math is different from my math, and your style is different from my style. Why? Because if I'm giving you something and I know somebody else gonna want something also, I need to gain what I can gain, and just to keep the ball rolling. But see, you can't keep the ball rolling because you done messed up, and you thought it was gonna work when you sent all of this over it. And like I said, Mel is coming in late right now, months behind schedule. That's why you pushed up the album, force some things into late, and all this extra stuff. Come on, man. I gotta see you for what you really are now. Which is, you're one of them, how you say it, take advantageers. Yeah, that's my new word. You are a take advantageer. As they claim 3 news cases of coronavirus announced in Florida as President Trump. I said people get sick every day, B. You be alright, huh? I said, look, man. But I said, I knew that you was going to try to put your best and all into this virus. And I said, well, that's the only thing you can do. And spread it around and, say that you got some type of... You just ain't got it, man. Face it. And to try to make this seem as if not what it is, which is a setup to disenfranchise the poorer of the poorest, and then add those that went into that, situation with the Ripple and all to become one of the poorest. It's making more poorest and less richers. I mean, if that's the term that I want to use, because systematically, those fundings for those tickets for those events get taxed. And you yourself want another tax cut. Didn't I give you enough as far as the tax cut is concerned? But you didn't do right by that money either. You threw it in the American people's faces. until the jobs is coming back to America when they're really going overseas because you had enough money to do so. Checkmate again. Ah, man. The list goes on and on between the foils of currency and stability. Right now, everything is at a screeching halt, like I said in my previous videos, because something had to screech their brakes, so now they're putting others on brakes. So that economical boom that was supposed to be booming has now deteriorated. And the only outcome from this all is to see who's going wild out and who's not. A few people have been wilding out. But at the same time, it's expected in these economical strenuous times. Now, I may not have a problem with it too much, but some I know that are, because they didn't know it was going to hit them. It seemed so far-fetched that any struggle can overtake them. But struggle is a part of life. And with that being said, peace. I got to go.